Hi, first grade. Today we're going to be talking about the parts of a sentence. Did you like that cute little video of Mr. Morton? Yes, that is such a good video, and it certainly helps explain what we're going to be talking about today. So in order to have a complete sentence, all sentences must have a subject, and a predicate. Remember, the subject is what Mr. Morton does, or Mr. Morton is, and the predicate is what Mr. Morton does, or what you do, or any noun. Okay, these are big, fancy first grade words. The subject is the noun. Who or what does something. So I'm going to put who or what. Okay. Now the predicate is what the subject does. Okay, so think of our verbs that we talked about. Predicate is what? Okay, what they did. What they did, or what they're doing. And I'm going to put verb. So you can remember that a predicate tells you the action that the noun is doing. So just try to remember, like Mr. Morton, that's the subject. That's who. Predicate is what he does. What did he do? Okay, that is the second part of the sentence. All complete sentences have to have a subject and a predicate. They have to have two of those important things. So let's write an example sentence. Let's see, let me show you where you would find the complete subject and predicate in a sentence. So if I said, the baby sleeps. The baby sleeps. Okay? To find out if this is a complete sentence, I need to find the subject and the predicate. So the subject is who. Who did something? So the baby. The baby is the subject. So I'm going to write a big O S underneath of that baby for subject. Now, to make sure it's a complete sentence, I need to know what the baby did. So what did the baby do? The baby sleeps. Correct. So the baby sleeps is the predicate. This is the who or what. This is the doing. What did they do? So the baby, what did the baby do? Sleeps. Who sleeps? The baby. You have those two parts, you have a complete sentence. Okay? If you're missing any of those, then you don't have a complete sentence, right? Okay, let's try one more. Okay, so now another sentence would be Maya walked. Okay. Ooh, that's hard to see. Let me write it with that. So, if I'm asking who did something, what would my subject be? Who walked? Maya. Very good. So this sentence has a subject. What did Maya do? Did Maya do something? Yes, she did. So what is our predicate? Walked. Very good. So the doing part, naming part, doing part. Two parts, you have a complete sentence. Okay? you have to have a complete sentence when you have a subject and a predicate, you have a complete sentence. All right, so let me show you an example of not a complete sentence, okay, and why it's not a complete sentence. All right, so if I wrote the ball, period, is that a complete sentence? It's got a capital letter. It's got a period. It's got a naming part, the ball. What? The ball. What did the ball do? Oh, it doesn't say what the ball did. It does not have a predicate. Yes, it does have a subject. You are correct. The ball is the subject, but it doesn't tell us what the ball did. You have to have both the subject and the predicate for a complete sentence. There is no predicate. There is not a complete sentence. So that's going to get an X. Check. Check. Okay? Let me show you another one, and you tell me if it's a complete sentence. Fell down. Fell down. All right, so we have a capital letter. We have a period. Is that a complete sentence? Do we have who fell down? Does it tell us who fell down? No, we're missing the subject this time. We have the predicate. What did something or someone do? But it does not tell us who. It's missing that part. This is not a complete sentence. It does not have a subject. So it gets a big X. Not a complete sentence if it does not have both subject and the predicate. The who, or the what, and what they did. Okay, so now that you know what a complete sentence has to have, a subject and a predicate, the who or the what, and then what they did, when you have those two things, you have a complete sentence. When you have a complete sentence, you can write great stories, and people can read your great stories, and they will enjoy them, right? Now you're going to need to go get your journal, and you're going to use the picture that is posted at the bottom of the assignment and number from 1 to 6. And then next to each number, read the sentence that's on the picture and write incomplete or complete. Tell me if it's an incomplete sentence or a complete sentence. And then number 6 at the bottom, you're going to illustrate. You're going to draw a picture of something that you did this weekend, okay? And then I want you to write a sentence, a complete sentence. What does a complete sentence have to have? A subject and a predicate, okay? So you're going to write a complete sentence about your picture that you did this weekend and take a picture and send it to your teacher.